Over the past few months, and undoubtedly continuing over the next few years, we have seen the rise of brand new MMORPGs focusing on using cryptocurrency as a selling point. Games advertising the allure of you can make money playing this game, or investing in this cryptocurrency within this game is a financially sound choice. So in this video, we'll look at how adding cryptocurrency to an MMORPG is affecting the MMORPG landscape. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome. I'm Josh Hayes. Let's talk about magical internet money. MMORPGs are designed to be played for a long time. Days, weeks, months, years. The very nature and the design of the game lends itself to being played for a hell of a long time in one go. Quests that have low drop rates, bosses that take hours to kill. You want people sat in front of the computer for as long as possible. And cryptocurrency, or the mining of cryptocurrency, requires high-powered PCs to be left on for a long time. So cryptocurrency and MMORPGs have one major thing in common. They both want high-powered PCs to be left on for a long time. And because of this, it was inevitable that eventually the cryptocurrency market was going to push in and collide with the MMORPG player. As usual, a massive thank you to the supporters on Patreon and Twitch for keeping the channel alive. More on how you can support later. For now, let's begin. In this video, I don't want to focus on the actual technical implementation of cryptocurrency into an MMORPG. That's one for the engineers and digital architects to discuss. I want to focus on something a lot closer to home. The current player base's understanding and surface level acceptance of cryptocurrency in games. Because if you say, I'm making a game, people ask about the game. If you say, I'm making a game, it's got cryptocurrency in it, people ask how they can make money. You're switching from attracting gamers to attracting investors. So let's talk about the investment mindset. Cryptocurrency is a digital currency generated from essentially nothing and distributed to people through their involvement within the entire process. Each cryptocurrency has a coin, and the amount of coins of any given currency is capped to create artificial scarcity. And it's this scarcity which gives value. Whenever a transaction is made using cryptocurrency, all connected computers on the blockchain of that currency essentially check and record the transaction to prove it's legitimate. Cryptocurrency is a lot more complicated than that, but I've only got a very short time to explain it. So, imagine a room full of people, and I decide to make my own currency. I call it Strife coins, and I hand some out. I don't actually give anyone anything physical, I just tell them that now they are the owner of Strife coins. And anytime anyone makes a purchase or a trade using Strife coins, everyone else in the room has to observe the trade and double check to make sure that they all agree that it happened. At any given moment, no one is holding anything physical, but everyone can collectively agree who has what. That's essentially how cryptocurrency works. It is virtual currency that everyone collectively agrees exists. It doesn't exist, but we all agree that it does. The process of checking all those transactions takes a massive amount of computing power. This is one of the reasons there's been a global spike in the price of graphics cards. Cryptocurrency farms are literally buying them all up, using them to perform these checks, a process sometimes known as mining, and then selling them on when they get burnt out from working at max capacity 24 hours a day. So smart people are looking for a way to increase the processing power of millions of PCs without buying millions of graphics cards. Well, you could just get someone else to do it for you. And instead of hiding that person's potential involvement, you use it as a selling point, such as the new wave of crypto-based MMO games. Now, whether you personally support cryptocurrency or not is irrelevant. I'm indifferent to it until it becomes more stable and widely accepted. What I am fascinated by is the psychological effect that introducing cryptocurrency to an MMORPG has on a player base, and the effect that adding in a cryptocurrency mechanic could have on the overall quality of the game. Ember Sword, Blankos Block Party, Farsight Online, Infinite Fleet, War Riders. These are 5 of the most well-known games leading the cryptocurrency charge, although there are more. MMO games proudly advertising how just playing them can earn you cryptocurrency. If your computer is on and the game is running, you could be generating value. Here's my issue with this. Money-making schemes are often people with lots of money convincing people with less money that if they spend their money on something, they will make more money. The thing they advertise as being worth buying is often an asset owned by the wealthy person anyway. Having money is the single best way to make money. It's an unfair but unfortunate true part of life. Cryptocurrency is being heavily touted as a way to generate vast amounts of wealth with relatively little input, but it can be used in nefarious ways. You only need to look at how many YouTube, Twitch or TikTok stars are selling you their proprietary cryptocurrency coin as a get-rich-quick scheme. Remember the merchanting clans in old-school RuneScape convincing everyone to buy certain items because they were going to spike the stock market, despite the fact the leaders owned all the items? That's one example of people with wealth exploiting people without. Cryptocurrency MMOs aren't just games, they're advertising themselves as a way to make money. And for some people this could be seen as a lifeline, and this means it won't just attract gamers. They will attract people who see these games as investment opportunities. Now, there is nothing wrong with wanting to invest and make money, but what I see happening is your community becoming very obviously split between the people who are there to play the game as a game and the people who are there to play the game as an investment, a portfolio piece, and make money. And splitting the community in an MMORPG never ends well. Whenever a new developer tells me they're making an MMORPG with cryptocurrency involved, I always ask, why? And then I say, do you believe that adding this in makes the game actively better? Are you making the best game you possibly could and then adding some cryptocurrency on as well? Or are you making an average acceptable game and then adding in cryptocurrency as a deflection from critique? Are you saying, hey, it's not all about the game, it's also a little bit about the cryptocurrency? At best, it might be considered a gimmick. At worst, it could be considered a scheme to get people to play your game despite the fact the gameplay is not actually that high quality. Are you making an MMORPG and then adding in crypto to enhance it, or have you started a cryptocurrency scheme and decided to aim it at MMORPG players? The largest hurdle a cryptocurrency MMO faces right now isn't its design or implementation, it's public opinion. If someone says to you, hey, come try out this new MMO, you'll give it a go. If someone says, hey, come try out this new MMO, it's got cryptocurrency in it, what is your immediate reaction? Most of the players I've talked to about the idea are instantly turned off due to a combination of reasons. Cryptocurrency MMO could indeed simply be a low-quality game designed to download a miner onto your PC, and by downloading or playing the game at all, you've given it permission to do so. It could be a game where the cryptocurrency generated is not actually checked by any blockchain and is a proprietary currency controlled by the company, and then traded through their own internal system. But for many, it's a much more simple fear. If an MMORPG is also advertised as cryptocurrency, it changes the vibe of the community from people gathering to play a game to people gathering to make money. Once the process involves generating wealth, the whole dynamic and the feeling changes. It's the same as making your hobby into your job. You have to balance the enjoyment you're having against the money you could potentially make. For example, the game Infinite Fleet will reward players with INF coin, a cryptocurrency supported on the Liquid network connected to the Bitcoin blockchain, and you'll be able to trade with other people using Bitcoin on the Liquid network. On one side, this could mean people who play this game could generate a large amount of wealth. But equal and opposite doesn't mean people with cryptocurrency already could simply spend it on the game, allowing the game to become hugely pay to win. The ability to play video games and make money from it would be a dream job to many. It's exactly what Twitch streamers and YouTubers do. But there's a lot of work behind the scenes the audience tend not to see, because we try and hide it because that's the boring bit. The editing is awful and terrible. The research is just dull. If you tell someone, especially an MMORPG player, a player base already proven to be predisposed toward having addictive personalities, that they can make money on their game, you're going to compound the efficiency problem. We see players spending unhealthy amounts of time optimizing builds just to hit a few more damage points. You tell them they can also make money doing this now? How many people do you personally know, or do you think, will sit there at their computer playing for unhealthy amounts of time because someone's told them they might get rich quick? I'm watching the rise of the cryptocurrency MMO closely because I'm concerned of the effects it's going to have on the player base, the general public opinion of the MMO genre, and the wider gaming landscape. Games are meant to be fun, they're meant to be enjoyable, and as anyone who's done it knows, the fastest way to kill your passion for anything is to make it your job. There is a very, very low chance you will be able to make enough money from a cryptocurrency MMO to fund a decent living, but the fact that that chance exists at all means people will burn themselves out trying to make it happen. Putting cryptocurrency cryptocurrency into an MMO isn't necessarily a bad thing. If the MMO game is still a good game without the crypto, it may find a decent chunk of players. But many players don't understand how cryptocurrency would work. Many players are intimidated by it, and including it in your MMO will attract the investment crowd far more than the gamer crowd. And investment people form an emotional bond with the return on the investment, not with the game itself. I feel public opinion and understanding of cryptocurrency need to shift to a much more broad level of acceptance before adding it into a game is seen as anything more than a gimmick at best and a scheme at worst. MMORPG YouTuber The Lazy Peon knows far more about cryptocurrency than I do, and he has spoken several times about the future of the MMO accommodating cryptocurrency eventually. And while I think the guy knows his stuff and he's probably right, I personally feel that the public and general gamer acceptance and understanding of cryptocurrency is at such a level where adding cryptocurrency to your MMORPG will put people who don't understand off from playing it just as much as it attracts people who do want to play it, leading to no actual net gain in players yet. But what do you think? Am I wrong? Does hearing a new MMO have cryptocurrency fill you with joy and make you want to be an early investor? Or does it put you off, thinking it'll just be another generic crypto game designed to place money above gameplay? Let me know in the comments below. As usual, thank you very much for watching. Another massive thank you to the supporters on Patreon and Twitch who keep the channel alive. You can support from only £1 a month. Check the video description for links to the Patreon, Twitch, Twitter, Discord, and the new gaming channel Josh Strife Plays. And as always, have a great day.